back at it again, and I think it's important to understand birth order. When you understand birth order, you can determine and get yourself out of a lot of trouble, okay? So number one, only children. We have to start with the only children. Only children are diabolical. And there are very few only children that are okay mentally and they are stable. And I know that I'm always talking about people being unstable, or not okay, or diabolical, or you need to run, but I need you to pay attention. When you think about people in your life and who's the only child, what is wrong with them? What is wrong with them? Let me just say this. When I talk about only children, I'm talking about an only child that did not grow up with cousins as siblings. They're not adopted. I'm talking about an only child that was born into a family as the one and only. And even if their other parent has other children, they grew up by themselves. They did not grow up with siblings. They grew up all by themselves. Those mother suckers are diabolical, and I want to explain why. Number one, they are the most insecure. They are the most jealous. They are the most competitive. Okay, they are also they are the most stingy. They are the most greedy people. And the reason why I say all of these things is because I want you to understand something. People who are only children grow up with parents who put them on pedestals because that was their only child. So everything about that child is amazing to them, even if that child is horrible, okay? Now, when it comes to only children, there are only two speeds. They are either super successful in life or they are trash. And when I say they are trash, they are good for nothing. They don't have anything going on for them. Why? Because their parents spoiled them. Spoiled can go two ways. Either you're gonna stay a success or you're gonna become nothing because you had everything growing up, right? And that depends on who raised you. But when it comes to only children, they will do anything to get you out of the way. Why? Because they were always number one, okay? They were always number one. And I want to say that there's a caveat here. If a boy or a girl, well, if they were the only boy or the only girl in a group of siblings, they are considered only children, okay? And they are considered only children because if they were the only boy, they were put on a pedestal. If there was multiple siblings and they were all girls, and if they're the only girl, oh Jesus. If they were the only girl in the family of all boys, and when I'm not talking about two siblings. A two-sibling relationship is a different relationship that we can discover and we can go over, that we can discuss on another time. But when I talk about only children, I am talking about people who grew up as the only one. If you are the only girl, you're the only one. If you grew up as the only boy, you're the only one. If you grew up with multiple siblings and you were the only girl or the only boy, you were an only child. Okay? And because we treat genders different. No matter with all this gender, I, he, she, they, whatever, we treat different genders differently. Period. That's life. Because we're different. Okay? And so I say all of this to say that I have experienced friendships and family members who are only children. Okay? I have experienced them, and I can attest to the fact that they're not okay. Not. Okay? And when I say that, is they are the most jealous because they're always comparing themselves to other people because in their life, they are number one with their family. And so when they have friends, it's very rare that they're okay. There are very few only children who are emotionally stable, emotionally evolved, and emotionally mature. And when I say that, I'm saying emotionally mature in the sense that they're not spoiled and they don't expect everything from everyone, okay? And the reason why this is the case is because of how they were brought up as the one and only. Even with strict parents, they were the one and only. And they were always put on a pedestal no matter what the parents were like, right? And so when it comes to only children, and yes, there's caveats to everything, they are extremely envious, jealous, competitive, and greedy. Okay? When you're used to having everything, how is it that now you have to share? And I know this from firsthand, growing up with multiple cousins and growing up with and having friends who are crazy. Okay? I had two former best friends who were psychos. And they were, let me tell you something. They will observe you. They will watch you. They will do all the things to make sure that you stay at the bottom. Okay? They will do spell work. They will go to psychics. Okay? And yes, this has been my experience, but I'm just saying, like only children, think about all of your bad relationships. Think about all of the friends that didn't work out, or family members that you have issues with, I bet you anything they are only children. Please put it in the comments. I really want to know, because I do believe that my theory is correct, especially when it comes to only children. I had a friend who literally watched me and observed me down, and then tried to copycat my entire life. Even the way I speak, even the things that I did for fun with other people, and in my face lied and told other people that she created things that I created. I had another friend, quiet, nice, seemed like the most trustworthy person. She was spilling all my tea to the other people in the friends group, and talking about me like a dog, and going to psychics, and trying to make sure that I never moved past her in life, even though we were never on the same trajectory, ever. Beautiful girl, had herself together, and still had jealousy issues. She was the only child her parents had. She didn't know what it was to have siblings. Then I had another family member who's the only child, who super successful, brilliant woman, just has herself all the way together, has everything in life, but she wanted to ensure that I never surpassed her, because we're in the same field. So she could have assisted me in any times. I don't ask people for no help, because God. He will always help me. And she could have written me a reference. She could have gotten me promoted. She could have done so many things. She never lifted a hand to help me. And she would watch me struggle and just be like, you're good. You're going to be okay. Okay. And she even at one point, when I started to do really well in life and started to become really successful, she told me to remember my place and when I didn't have anything. She was the only child. Her whole life, she had everything she ever wanted. But because I was becoming successful and growing as an individual, both professionally and financially, she didn't like that. She told me to remember where I used to be. Stay in my place, baby. Only child. And there are other people that I had in my life that were only children who were crazy on the low, that were very greedy. I ain't gonna go into it. They're very greedy. Will do like anything for money, for different things, for material things, greedy. And they were only children, okay? When I tell you that only children are diabolical, think about the people you dated, think about the people you were friends with, think about your family members. Are they only children? What is their behavior like? And let me say something. They will watch you, stalk you, observe you, say nothing, and they will gloat in your misfortune. Gloat in your misfortune, and they will try to hide it, but you'll see that smirk. They'll try to hide it, but then you'll hear the things that they say. They'll try to hide it, and then you see them copying you or always trying to outdo you. I had a friend. She would always, and I couldn't understand it. Like I was like, we were going out somewhere, and let's say we're just going to a restaurant just to eat out together. She had to make sure that she was super dressed up all the time. It was just like, and so she like. We're saying we're going out, and she will call me like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, oh, I'm just wearing jeans and a shirt. She would come with jeans, a blazer, and like a bustier. Like she would have to always overdress and be dressier than me, right? And then I'm like, girl, you so dressed up. I feel like I'm underdressed, or dang, I didn't know we were dressing up. I thought this was like a casual affair. That's the kind of thing that she would do. She would go to places with me knowing for sure that she was not, that it wasn't the right attire, and she wouldn't tell me anything. You know what I mean? But she would call me like, what are you wearing? What are you wearing? So she wants to make sure she outdid me. Why? Because she was the only child. So when you mess with only children, be careful. Okay? It's very few of them that are highly evolved. And I have a friend who is an only child, and she just has a lot of sense, but I've never experienced jealousy from her. And I know that she grew up with her cousins as siblings. So she doesn't have those behaviors, but she is an only child. And on that note, deuces.